this is Patty D. Priest from the Kentucky Academy of Technology Education, otherwise known as CATE, and welcome back to Educate Academy. Today we're going to take a look at Google Groups. Google Groups is a way to have a discussion or send out emails to a specific group of people that you actually put together. You'll notice that it describes some of the things that you can do here in the middle. Some things that I've read about that teachers use them for is discussion groups. And so they will send out a question to the entire group. That group may be their class. It may be all of their students in a particular class. Maybe they teach 3 or 4 different sections of that class. And they will actually hold a discussion using the Google group. Now Google Group, when you set it up, creates an email address. And so you actually kind of use the email address to send out the information. Another way to use it is to send daily or weekly emails to parents. So you can set up a group with your parents' email addresses and send them information about what's going on in your class. And again, remember that this is going to go to all parents, and it wouldn't be specific information about specific students. It would be very general. Another way to do it, a group, would be to set up a homework group where for whatever class it is that you're teaching, you would add the students that want to be a part of the homework group to the actual group. And even you might be a part of it, and maybe in the evening when students are doing homework, they can get on there and ask questions if they have any. They might answer questions for other students, and if you're on there during that time, you could actually answer questions for them as well. So how does this work? Well, when you go over here to My Groups, it's going to show you the groups in your domain. And you'll notice there's a group called Classroom Teachers that I belong to, and then there's another group here that's been set up. Neither one of these are groups that I have set up, and so these are groups that have been set up from Murray State. In order to create your own group, you have to go to Public Groups, and then you get a Create button where you can actually create a group. Now, I've actually joined these 2 groups, the Chromebook Teachers group and the Minecraft Teachers group, although I really haven't paid much attention to them. So I can come over here and notice I can leave the group. I can set my preferences for the group so that it would combine updates and have approximately 25 messages per email. I can get every message, I can get a daily summary, or I can, as I have it set, I don't want to get any emails from these groups. To set up your own group, you would come up here to Create Group, and it's going to open up the page where you can set it up. And it says you're creating the group on an external service using an account that's managed by My Domain. To set up a group outside of your domain, you would actually create a group name. And so let's say I would call this Educate Academy. And notice it then creates the group email address from what I typed in. And so the email address would be educate-academy@googlegroups.com. It also sets up a URL where our group forum where you can actually go and see the information. I can type in a description for the group, I can set my language, and then I can set up my group type. And there are several different types. One of those types is an email list. That means that the members would be communicating with each other using that single email address. For a web forum, the members would use the Google Group web forum to communicate with each other. If it's a question and answer forum, that allows members to ask and answer each other's questions, so that might be a good one for a homework group. And then there's also a collaborative inbox where members can assign topics to other members as tasks. And so you've got options for your group. And so let's say we're setting up a homework forum, so that might be what I would choose. And then down below I have permission. And so I can select a group of users to view the topics, and I can change it from all members of the group. And here I've got I can make it public, or I can manage the group myself. And so in a school situation, it's not like this is going to be a public situation. You can make it private by not checking the public. On post, you again can check who can post to the group, and if your students are going to be asking questions, you need to allow them to post those questions. The other thing here is who can join the group, and I would only invite users, okay? So that way you're controlling who are members of this group. And so once you're done, you're going to come up here and click Create. Once you create it, then you're going to actually, and I'll go ahead and click, and it's going to ask me if I'm a robot or not. So I'm going to click the I'm not a robot and continue. Okay, and then it says I have created my group, and now I'm going to invite people to join the group. I can customize my group settings. I can add a topic and start posting. So I'm going to click OK. So within my group, you'll notice that the profile, I can link it to my Murray State profile and show my picture on the posts. I'm not going to do that. You can use the full name from my Murray State profile or a nickname, and I would prefer to use a nickname. I can show how I'm going to look to everybody, and so let's put my nickname in here. And it says other members of this group can find your email address. Anyone who knows your email address could discover your Google profile. And so I can save my settings. Once I save my settings, it's going to allow me to add a welcome message. The other thing I can do is I can add my welcome message. You'll notice that I don't have any members in the group except myself. To add people to my group, I'm going to come up here to Manage and click. And over here on the upper left-hand side, I'm going to click on Members. Okay, once I've clicked on Members, I'm going to come over here to the left and I'm going to click on Invite Members. Once I've done that, I'm going to start entering the email addresses of people I want to invite. Notice it says to separate each email address with a comma. Each person will then receive an invitation or an email to the group, and they must accept it in order to actually become a member of the group. So once I've put all the emails in here, I can type in my invitation, and notice it says that once I send the invitations, they expire in a week. So if they don't join in that week, they are no longer able to actually join. So then you've got other things over here is to directly add. So I can enter the email addresses here. The one thing you don't want to do here is add people that you don't really know. And notice this is something that it gives you a warning about, to please use the feature carefully. Under Outstanding, it would be outstanding invites, those people that have been invited but haven't joined yet. And then you've got people that want to join that you can actually allow in. Once you've got that all set up, you've got messages, and so you've got pending messages, your settings, all your different options, your permissions, your roles, and any other information that's a part of it. Going back to the actual group, then I can actually add a welcome message and add a new question, because I did a question and answer group. That's all there is to it. Really isn't that hard, and it would just take taking a little time to play around with it, but I think it would be fairly simple. Thanks for watching and have a great day.